So let's give our pet pals a peek into life pre-MF. That stands for Before Margot Flamingo. So we want to dive in because this is your first book and you had some help. Just like they just had the Golden Globes and everybody gets on stage and shares who they want to thank. John, I'm going to put you on the mic. Who else helped write the book, Welcome Home, Margot Flamingo? Who helped you? And let's give a shout out to the illustrator.
Yeah. So full team here, Katie and myself. And then we also had Jennifer Horner and Jessica Audette on our team. They're on the team, Margot Flamingo LLC. All four of us contributed to writing the book, which, as you might imagine, was not so easy. It was just writing a children's story. We had a goal with what we were writing, which was to, with every little vignette, make sure that we were having a lesson or setting the stage for some sort of a lesson. So it really did take a lot of people. And Jennifer has a lot of experience in early childhood education.
Yeah.
Jessica has a lot of experience with pets in the pet world, with pet philanthropy. And so all of us put together kind of helped write this thing and bring it together.
Well, if I may say, one of my favorite nonfiction writers is Ernest Hemingway, and his place is right there in Key West with the cats. And as a journalist, I tell you, to write tight is challenging. To write on and on with lots of commas and phrases, easy breezy. But to write a child's book, Welcome Home, Margot Flamingo, every syllable count, right, Kate?
Oh, yeah. We're looking at every single thing, making sure every word matters, every illustration is right, and that we're really teaching moments that are helping parents and children really understand animal language. Really, really important subjects that we're hoping came through not only in a fun, accessible way, but also in a really informative way at the end.
And it's a true story. And we've got the child here, Cosette. Cosette, what did you think about your mom and dad when they said, hey, we're going to write a book about you and Margot Flamingo?
First, I thought they were joking.
Okay. Yeah, parents do that, right? Yeah. But what do you think now that you have the book in your hand?
It's amazing.
Yeah. And I am as curious as a cat, Cosette. I understand Margot is the first name, but you are the one that picked Flamingo as the second name. Tell us why. I love it.
Because my favorite color was pink then.
Oh, then. Yeah, okay.
And I loved Key West.
All right. So you wanted to honor. So your dog is not Margot. Your dog is not Mar. Your dog is what, Cosette?
Margot Flamingo.
Oh, say it loud, say it proud. And John, what kind of dog is Margot?
Margot's a little bit of everything. It's just Shih Tzu, Poodle, Chihuahua. Lots of things. We did a DNA test and she's no more than 20 or 22% of anything. So.
Oh, the very famous veterinarian Marty Becker calls those kinds of dogs, and I have one too, a canine cocktail. Because it's everything. And flamingo, I love that because they are proud birds in warm climates like Key West. So, Kate, how did you your family, to get Margot Flamingo?
I saw her from a local company, a local organization, Felines and Canines, online. There was a really cute picture of her. Her name was Parker. I guess she.
Oh, Margot Flamingo, so much better, right, Cosette?
So much better. So much better. We fell in love with her picture. We had an older Cavalier at the time, and we're looking for kind of a fun puppy energy to bring to our daughter Cosette. And just the picture and the spunk that was portrayed in the description of her made me think this little one needs to join our family. So we contacted them and we picked her up, I think, like 2 weeks later. So we had a couple weeks to prepare, lined up the bus from Alabama from the ASPCA.
Yeah. Wow. We're talking with this cool family from Key West. Yes, be jealous. It's warm and it is now the winter. And they created their first book and they've got plans for 2 more. And this book is called Welcome Home, Margot Flamingo. and it's illustrated by Elizabeth Sparge. Take it away, Kate.
I found Elizabeth Sparg. I'm a painter myself, and I loved her expressive use of color. And in particular, she had a great way of painting animals. So we struck up a conversation, and I'm so thankful that she signed on to our project. I think the illustrations really make it. Margot has this cute little underbite and kind of a very distinctive, funny look. And she was really great about working with us. She is also a big animal lover. Her dog, Mr. Waffles, made her also want to be kind of a part of this project and journey. So we're hoping that she'll be illustrating our whole series. We're working on the next 2 books now. We're writing them and want Elizabeth to illustrate them as well because she's magical.
Thank you. And it's all right to have a spoiler alert because I like the way this book is designed. You've got the tale of how Margot came to your house. We talk about, and this happens in a lot of households. Sometimes a new dog, a new pup is a little unsure. And as much as you love dogs, Cosette, it took a bit of time, right, to win trust for your doggy, right? Oh, is that a yes? Yes. Okay. So, Kate, tell us about, that's pretty important for parents. People bring home a new dog, a new cat, a puppy, a kitten, and can you imagine just walking into a strange family's home for the first time? Put yourself in their paws. What was the point in the first part of the book to let people know it may just take a little time?
Absolutely. I think it's about setting the right expectations for parents so that they set the right expectations for their children and really don't kind of push anything and give the dog plenty of space. So I think that was really the first step in my understanding with having a child. These are things that I instinctively knew.
Yeah.
It didn't feel bad if Margot ran away to the corner, right? But it made Cosette feel devastated, you know?
Right.
That was her best friend, she thought. So when we were able to set that expectation that, you know, this is really like a safe space, you know, that you might use in your playroom, in your room at school or at home. Then she started to really understand. We were able to reference things in her life that made it similar to Margot Flamingo. So yeah, through teaching that empathy, I think Cosette really got it. And really just a little bit of time and space is all it took.
And
I was 5. Now I'm 8.
oh, you're old, man. You're old. You're going to get your Medicare card pretty soon. Watch it. Just kidding. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating, right, Cosette? At first you want to hug and cuddle the puppy, but your mom and dad taught you sometimes that a doggy just needs a little time to feel their way, right?
Yes.
And how about now? Are you guys BFFs?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What's the best thing you like about Margot Flamingo? See, I never shorten the name when I mention it.
She's cute.
Huh? What's her personality? What's the personality? What do you like best about her besides being cute? What does she do? Is there a trick you do with her, or is she a big what?
I taught her how to shake her paw.
You did? Does she shake both paws or one paw? Which paw?
One paw.
Okay, she's a one paw shaker. Okay, that's cool.
Probably the right paw.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
I understand. I love this in the back of the book that you give some tips for families. And can you touch on the 3-3-3 rule?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple of pages of resources in the back, behind the book, that I think are really cool. They highlight some special lessons. And the 3-3-3 rule is, again, about those expectations that we have when bringing a new dog into our home. So it kind of highlights what a family member should expect after 3 days of a dog being in their home.
What's a good tip? What's on that one? What would you say?
Really give the dog a lot of space. You know, their personality isn't going to come through. They're scared. This is a new environment for them.
Absolutely.
So again, give them that safe space, be patient. Those are, you know, and wait it out.
Good. How about 3 weeks?
3 weeks, their personality typically starts to emerge. We really want to make sure we're being consistent with everything we're doing with the dog. And through that, we're going to see their personality. We're going to see them become more comfortable. They might still be hesitant, not their full personalities, but we should start to be able to interact with them and get a sense of who they are.
And then 3 months. What happens?
They should be pretty well adjusted. They should feel comfortable in their own home. They should know where their safe spaces are. They should know what to expect from everybody in their home. And hopefully things are going well at that point, or at least a good foundation.
And go ahead.
363 rule stands for 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question, Cosette. When you approach a dog to pet, have you heard about the doggy ABCs? I can share it with you if you'd like. The first one is A, ask permission. You know to ask before pet the dog, right, Cosette?
Yes.
Okay. And B stands for be sniffed. Let the dog come to you, correct? And C is something you put in the book. Carefully pet the back. For the first time, why is it so important to pet the back and not go right there and give a big hug? Anybody? Let's have Dad talk about that. What's the safety involved of making sure a child does the right way to approach and pet a dog?
Yeah, I mean, my wife might have to fill in the gaps here, but I
That's
think
all right.
the idea is right. Going after or going over a dog's head appears more aggressive, right? It's invading a space more so, and the dog's feeling a bit more trapped or cornered potentially because you're coming at the front.
Yes.
I got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much exactly right. The back is comfortable. You want to avoid the face, the tail.
And also, dogs may be surprised, so they may come and bite or grab.
So we want to avoid that, right? By being patient and polite to dogs we meet, and always ask permission, right, Cosette?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. So I understand you have plans for this book. Is how do people get their paws on it? And tell us about that, and tell us about the game plan for your next 2 books.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome Home Margot Flamingo can be found on Amazon.com. And you can also find out more about our next projects at margotflamingo.com, of course.
Even it's simple.
Exactly. We're working on our next 2 books right now that we're hoping are going to be focused on things like approaching a dog, potentially how to avoid dog bites, and then a little bit more about positive reinforcement and training. Hopefully some stories that are giving some more practical applications for children. So that's
I know. Yeah, I know you're young, Cosette, but do you want to be a veterinarian, or what would you want to be when you grow up?
I would want to be a veterinarian or
A veterinarian or what?
a songwriter.
Ooh, nice. I know Taylor Swift could use some help getting some good songs written. Think you could help her out?
Maybe.
That's funny. So now that the book is written, now that you have Margot Flamingo is part of the pack, part of the family, each one of you, what has been the benefit of having this beautiful, I call them shelter alums instead of rescues, but shelter alums. We'll start with Dad first. What is something you love about Margot Flamingo?
Yeah, I like Margot's quirks, I guess. Mainly, I grew up without a dog in the house. So adult life is when, I came to have dogs join my family. Or maybe I joined the dogs' families. Katie and the dog existed and I joined. I think the quirks are funny. I like observing behavior. I just think that's fun and watching that.
What's a quirk she does? What do you like?
Tissue.
She's
Eat your socks.
Eat your socks. Yeah, that happens.
And she wants them. She's obsessed with them. She doesn't eat them. She wants to carry them around like a trophy. And it's fun.
That child stuff plushies.
Do you feel like you have a four-legged sister, Cosette?
Yes.
That's not bad. All right. And how about for you, Kate? What is it about Margot Flamingo?
I really love how smart Margot Flamingo is. I've never had a dog that's been able to learn and do so much with me. So that's been really fun. But really, mostly like with all dogs, I enjoy the companionship, the love. I love just sitting with her. Yeah, she's really a sweet kind of sage dog, and she's getting more peaceful. She's 3 now. Her gray's coming out already. So yeah,
Well, it is a dog's life.